priest suddenly stopped the wedding and asked, "Where is Susie?" The bride's name isn't Susie. My best friend Janice was literally mid-vow when Father Angelo raised his hand and said, "I'm sorry, but I need to ask something. Where is Susie?" Everyone in the church went dead silent because we all knew the bride's name wasn't Susie. The groom's face went white and Janice's voice cracked when she said, "Who's Susie?" I stood there as maid of honor, holding her bouquet, watching her eyes fill with tears just thinking her fiancé had another woman. An elderly woman in the back stood up and pointed directly at me. "That's her. That's Susie." The whole church turned to stare at me, including my best friend Janice, but I was just as confused as everyone was in the room. My mom rushed out of her pew and ran to the altar before the old woman could finish walking down the aisle. Mom grabbed my arm, trying to pull me away from the ceremony. "We need to leave, right now." Janice grabbed my other arm, crying. "Did you sleep with my fiancé?" Mom tugged my arm harder. The old woman reached the altar and slammed her cane down onto the marble floor with a bang. "Please let me speak to my granddaughter in peace, before it's too late." The entire congregation whispered with questions and rumors. My mom hissed, "Stay away from us," while everyone stared at her like she was crazy. The old woman ignored her, pulling out a travel-sized photo album. "This is your father holding you as a baby. This is you in my arms. This is our family." The kind-looking man in the photos looked exactly like me. Same eyes, same hair color, even same smile. My mom tried to grab them, screaming, "You have no right to do this here. This is a wedding. She deserves to know her father loved her, and that he left this world trying to find her." She yelled back in a voice so clearly in pain that it made the entire church go quiet. My grandmother's voice calmed. "Your mother took you away when you were just a toddler, changed her name, changed yours, but by some miracle I found you. Now we can be complete again." She held out her hand with a soft smile. "Please." I nearly grabbed it, until my mom burst out with a horrifying truth. "Took her away? Number. There was a restraining order against you." The church gasped, watching more drama slowly unfold. "Ask her why," my mom demanded confidently. I looked at my grandma, whose face now changed from sweet and sympathetic to something cold and judgmental. She kept her mouth shut. My mom laughed. "That's right. You can't say it, can you? Your grandmother drove your father to his last breath. She is the reason he's gone, and the reason I fled with you in my arms on the night before the funeral. You poisoned him against his own family," my grandmother screamed back, slamming her cane against the floor again, this time with shaking hands. "Even now you deny it." Right there at the altar, my mom announced the truth. My grandmother had refused to believe her son had bipolar disorder and needed medication. She kept telling him the doctors were wrong and gave him money to start over instead of getting treatment. She threw out his medication. Until one day, during a manic episode, he drove straight into a tree going 90. My grandmother sighed, head hanging low in defeat. "Fine. Believe what you want. One more week, and I'll be buried beside him." "What do you mean?" I asked, instantly regretting it. "I broke the restraining order because I need you, dear. I need a bone marrow donor within the week, and you're my only match." The church went completely silent. My mom laughed bitterly. "First you take her father, and now you want her bone marrow? That's just like you. You're only nice when you need something." She turned and looked at me. "Don't do it." I stood there at the altar, stuck between guilt over ruining my best friend's wedding and choosing between a mom who's lied to me my whole life and a grandmother who needed my bone marrow to live. I couldn't decide, so I ran.